Next round, your assessment of the afternoon?
Well, firstly, it's job done in terms of that. That was the challenge. Make sure you get into the next round. Thought we started the game really well, clearly scoring in the first minute or so, which was brilliant. And then I thought full credit to Clydebank from that point. To lose a goal in the first minute of the game like this, it'd have been easy for them to throw the towel in pretty easily, to be honest. But I thought credit to them, they kept going, they kept working hard. I thought the fans that they brought through as well were fantastic for them all the time. Really kept them going. I think there's over 2,500 of them, so massive credit to them. And we knew that was going to be a challenge. It's their sort of cup final today. But I thought at times in the first half we were a wee bit sloppy, giving the ball away a little bit unopposed and too many unforced errors. Second half I thought we were miles better, got a bit of a reaction at half time. And then the second half I thought we were much more like ourselves, created a lot more chances, and then obviously delighted that everyone's came through the game, got minutes into players, scored 3 goals and kept a clean sheet. So all in all, job done.
Talk about players, how good is it to use a day like today to get Kieran Bowie back on the pitch?
Yeah, it was good from that point of view, but you've always got that one eye on the fact that the most important thing was winning the game today. We had to really focus on that. There was no distractions. I know I was able to put a couple of players on that haven't had minutes recently. In the end, that's great. But you're always guarding against complacency and making sure we're preparing properly, which we did. So that was pleasing. I think on reflection now, it's great to get Kieran on. Miko got 45 minutes in his legs. And then Rudy Molotnikov done really well as a young lad who's not played as much in recent weeks, coming back from injury was great. And then obviously icing on the cake for young Lewis Gilly getting on at the very end, 16-year-old, and getting his debut and doing really well when he came on as well. I thought he was excellent, and it's a day he'll remember for the rest of his life, which is great.
I'll just give him that wee extra boost just to keep going as well.
100%. I think that's something that I think I mentioned the other day, when you've had a long-term injury. He's had a couple in recent years, so that he had to really keep battling and working really hard in the gym to make sure he can get himself back. And I think days like today's why you go through all the pain you go through in the gym and all the hard work you go through to get back on the pitch. So it's great to see him back out there. And he's still got a long way to go. He knows that. He's got a lot of work to do still. But at least now he feels that there's a bit of light at the end of the tunnel for him, and he's back involved and affecting games now, which will be great.
Does it mean the wider context of the team to have him back and available?
Yeah, it just gives us a completely different way of playing at times as well. I think you've seen that. He's a big, strong, physical player. Really suited to playing Scottish football. I think you've seen that from a few cameo appearances he had early on in the season. And it'll be great to have someone else like that to be able to use it. And he just needs to keep obviously progressing and getting himself as fit as he can and as strong as he can. And if we can get him to a level where we know he can be, then he'll be a real asset for us, which is good.
Just on Lewis, what have you seen in him? Because we know he played for the 18s last night, 45 minutes. What do you think?
Yeah, he's someone that he's got his opportunity, which is great. He's joined in training with us quite a few times. He's just a really good athlete. He's really good going forward. A real strong, powerful boy for his age, left-sided. And even when you see him when he comes on today, every time he's came and trained with the first team, he's never really looked like he's nervous or playing within himself. He just comes over and does what he does, which I really like about him. He's got a really good attitude. Obviously he's got a lot of work to do still, we know that. He's still a very young boy. But today I'll give him a lot of confidence, but also give the academy confidence and a real boost for them as well, because we want to bring young players through as often as we can, which is great. And it gives the rest of the young boys a look in for the outside to say, I want that to be me, if we can get that opportunity. So it's great for everyone involved today.
Is there a worry that an extra competition could harm your chances of cementing your place in the top 6?
No, not at all. I think it's not as if you play. We've had a bit of a tight schedule recently, but I think the full focus, I've always said at the start of every season when you play for this football club, is there's a real opportunity to try and win something. That has to be the goal. Obviously it's very difficult to do, of course it is, but it is a genuine thing that we can try and achieve. So the goal has always been the same. We want to finish in the top 6, challenging for European places, and that's still achievable, which is great. And then we're in the next round of the Cup and we want to go as far as we can in that. We have full focus on trying to win it. That's why you're in it, that's why we do it. And I think the schedule will just be what it is. You just need to keep moving on to the next game.
So will that help, having those extra players coming and getting minutes, that squad depth? What impact will that have for the rest of the season, do you think?
I think it's important to have as healthy a squad as possible. I think we've got a lot of players coming back, nearly coming back from injury. Kieran Bowie back today, Miko back today, Joe Newell's not far away, Ellie Youhan's not far away, and then we've got Marvin Ekpateter slightly further away. So he'll probably be looking at intimate sort of February time before he's back. But they're 5 players that are real strong players that can come back into your squad, which is good. Whilst the window's open, we're always looking to try and improve as well. And if the right people come up that we feel can make us better, we'll definitely try and do that, which is positive. And I think the key is to try and make sure when the window closes, closes, we're in a stronger position than when the window opened, and that's the challenge. And to make sure that we kick on with our position we've put ourselves in the league, and we're going to need everyone as part of our squad to be able to do that.
Like first goal within 90 seconds of either half, it changes the dynamic of both halves.
It does. Listen, I think that's the game plan from us, is always to start on the front foot and try and play with a real intensity and desire. And I think on the flip side to that, I'm sure the Clydebank message before the game would be to try and frustrate the crowd, trying to slow the game down when they can, and feel their way into it. So to react the way they did from us going a goal up straight away, I thought was brilliant. They got on the ball, they tried to play at the right times, and limited us to very few chances in the first half. I thought they were excellent. Clearly very good shape. All the players can handle the ball as well. So from that point of view, obviously they didn't cause us too many problems. We were able to deal with that. But I think real credit to them for everything they put into the day. And they can certainly go away with their heads held high, and I think even again for the fans coming and putting all the effort they did in, and our support as well, over 11,000 here today, which is great, but from our point of view it's very much job done and on to the next one, which is great.